Hi, NCSU ArcGIS 410 classmates. My name is Conor McKearney, and this is my project. So far, the goal of my project is to identify lands that could potentially be added to state-managed areas like state parks. Um, it's always been an interest of mine, state parks as well as unique natural places in North Carolina. Um, So the problem, or I guess what I'm looking into, is what lands would be prime targets for extensions of current state parks, state managed areas. And I mostly looked at natural heritage, the NC Natural Heritage Program, and their state significant sites. So my three questions were: what state significant sites come within 1 mile of existing state parks or are adjacent to them? Some are partially contained within state parks. And then my second question is, how much could existing state parks potentially be expanded in terms of total land acreage by expansion of by adding these natural areas? And my third question is, I was just looking at different parameters to decide what are the best options for expansion. So the data I have has different um, levels, I guess, of importance of the natural heritage land plots. So we'll be looking at that. So yeah, my two got data. Oh, I don't know why that just flashed there, but I got data from um, publicly available data from the state of North Carolina, uh, and you can see them in my two layers basically. So these are state park lands that currently exist. They're a little fragmented here. They weren't in the ARC map, but so there's state-owned lands, including state forest, uh, state parks, things like that. So I have my state-owned lands, and then my other layer is um, state significant natural areas from the NC Natural Heritage Program. So I have both of those available here, and um, so that's my data so far. And the question this map currently shows is what natural areas are within 1 mile of current state parks. So to get to this point, I got the data set from the state-owned lands. I narrowed that down by um, selecting only state-owned lands that were greater than 75-acre plots, only owned by the Department of Agriculture, Natural Resources, or DEQ. So that was sort of just limiting it to state parks and state forests, things of that nature. And then also I got the state natural area or the natural heritage areas, and um, I did an analysis to find the natural areas within 1 mile of the state parks. So moving forward, I might reduce some of these lands again. There's a lot of small plots in here, but I also need to figure out uh, more parameters for deciding which natural heritage lands are best optimized for state park additions. A good example here is Hanging Rock State Park. So Hanging Rock State Park is in the Sourtown Mountain Range in Surrey, Stokes County. Um, and they've done a lot of expansion here recently and in the past. So you can see there are natural heritage areas within the state park, but then they also expand beyond the state park. So these would be prime areas for adding to the state park. Sourtown Mountain over here, it's privately owned, I know, but it's very close to current state park. It would be a great addition. And then if you click on each of the plots, it gives you some info on the acreage, the owner, and everything else like that. So moving forward, I'll definitely look into those other questions, and I like the data I'm working with so far. So that's it.